What is up, YouTube? Sam from Nebula X here with our next war recap video. So let's go ahead and hop into the Warlock. And as you can see, finally back on a little win streak, up to 4. And this one is going to be up against Been a Long Day, level 7 clan. Showed it, I think, in the last recap. Started off as a very tight war, but as you can see, X pulling out the victory by 10 stars, getting them on the total destruction big time, 94 to 82%. So really nice war on both sides. We did miss a couple of attacks on both sides. Both sides left a few on the board. But as you can see, X just huge advantage again on the 3 stars. So doing a really nice job. Obviously have a still struggling a little bit there. And as you can see, we did have 1 star. Did have a small mismatch in this one. Obviously we're running Town Hall 9s and 8s, and they did have a Town Hall 10. But it did not hurt us in this war. So one of our Town Hall 9 stepped up, ended up putting up a 1 star, very close. Almost pulled out the 2 star on it. And yeah, he still wasn't able to drop too many, or he wasn't able to drop good enough bully attacks to get them the win. So let's hop into just a couple. This will be kind of a quick recap this time, running short on time today. So first one's going to come from Mudduck going in on their number 2 and doing this with what has got to be my favorite attack of all time now. So he's doing a queen walk to a mass Valkyrie attack. So drops in his queen, goes ahead, drops in those healers, and he's going to wait until the queen starts taking some damage before anything else kind of goes down. So uses some minions here on the right side of this base just to get some free trash buildings taken care of. Goes ahead, drops on a rage spell, keep his queen moving up as she's encountering all that point defense. And as you can see, he's just creating the second half of that funnel using those minions there. Unfortunately, they do get picked off. But he's got 17 Valks in his composition, and I believe a Golem in the clan castle. But as you can see, 17 of them. Actually, no, more Valkyries. So he's got to be coming at this with about 20 Valkyries. And so they're just going to get in here and absolutely shred this base to pieces. Poison spells go down as the clan castle is engaging. Those heroes pulling his Valkyries into the core of this base. And everything is just melting. Walls are melting, defenses are melting, and as you can see, the Valkyries have actually switched over to, or the healers have switched over to the Valkyries, making them even more OP in this attack. So they are just running around wreaking absolute havoc. His king is in there beating through some walls. He's taking care of some of the storages here, and then he drops in a Lucky Hog Rider. They're on the backside just to get that wizard tower. Unfortunately, a cannon was not distracted, so it is going to go down. But as you can see, those Valks that are under heal, they are just doing absolute work. The Valkyries have broken straight through the core of this base, ripped it apart, and are now working at the outside, getting some of the trash taken care of. Is having a little bit of problems here on the top side of this base, but does have some minions and some wizards down, helping to clear some of the outside trash here, and his king is doing the bulk majority of the tanking up there. Now has run out for the most part of his Valkyries. Does have 1 still left there, which is able to beat through the wall very quickly, and just 1 Valkyrie left over, but his king now has the benefit of that single healer that is left, has a wizard in there and a Valkyrie, and the king is going to be able to get it done here. Last defense goes down there to the Valk, and that is going to be it for this one. So just an absolutely ridiculous attack. 20 Valkyrie, mass Valk, queen walk, just fantastic. So what an interesting raid this was, and I just love the way that these troops are being used now. So great job, Mud, on bringing us this one. So we're gonna hop down a couple of spots, check out Pierre going in against their number 4 boy Freedom, and also doing this one with a queen walk, go va, essentially, or go we va, I should say. So goes ahead, drops down the queen. As soon as that air defense gets targeted on, goes ahead, drops down some wizards, get that funnel created. Has to go ahead and burn the queen ability pretty early there. Was able to get the enemy queen taken care of with that entry there. And now he has his funnel created. The golem goes in. just about 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock on this base, flanked by some wizards to get the funnel created for when his mass valkyries are going to go in. He needs to go ahead and drop that rage spell down for his queen. Go ahead, get her healed back up, and now she should start to move around towards 3 o'clock on this base, taking out defense after defense. So as soon as that wall gets opened up, here come the Valkyries, all 12 of them, going to start working their way in. Some of them do split out, but as soon as that army camp goes down, they should start to reroute back into the core of the base. Lava Hound in the CC, so absolutely no problems there. He has no air targeting units in that area. Jump spell, a heal spell goes down, gets him bridged into the core of this base. Really, really nice placement on that. And they're just ripping through the core of this base. A second heal spell goes down in the core, gonna make sure that he just gets through this core. Unfortunately, his queen did go down. She was taking a lot of damage on the outside of this base, but has so many Valks with his king on the inside. He has nothing really to target that Lava Hound, so it's not going to be a big deal at all for this raid. And these lower level walls, the Valks are going to be able to rip through them, and they should rip through the inside of this base and then work their way to the outside. As you can see on the left side, he's already got cleanup troops, goblins, archers are going ahead and taking things out. And as his swarm of troops makes its way down, the only defense that's left standing on the board is completely distracted by those golemites as well as the king. So everything that he's got is going to be able to work its way in pretty much untouched. We'll go ahead and start to fast forward through this. And, it's taking home 2 swag poison spells in this one because that Lava Hound had no effect. Maybe could have used one on the queen early and saved his queen ability, and then would have had that. This would have been absolutely ripped through just a little bit quicker with his queen coming around the 3 o'clock position there. But regardless, really, really nice raid. And again, the power of these Valkyries, despite the small buff or small nerf to them, absolutely still a fantastic strategy. And I'm hoping to bring you guys some interesting raids from our current war that involve the Valkyries. So hopping back into this one, I'll go down a few more spots, check out our boy Marked. As we know, the aerial expert in the clan, absolutely getting it done, and it is no surprise doing it again with the max attack. So he has identified that there is one very, very easy spot to get this whole base opened up at. Opens it up right there, has access to 3 air defenses as well as the clan castle. The queen is set back just a little bit, so he does elect to bring 3 golems in this case to give him some extra tanking power. And as you can see, getting this funnel created really, really widely for the beginning. Has a couple of wall breakers, going to drop them in here momentarily, get his way through this wall, and then here come his heroes in behind. So those golems, or at least 2 of them, have rerouted in. The third one is now just beginning to reroute in. And that clan castle coming out, so he's dropping the rest of his spells essentially to go ahead and get these air defenses taken care of, as well as the clan castle troops. As you can see, the enemy queen has stepped up. She is locked onto a golem, so his king easily able to take the defending queen out. You see 2 air defenses already down. The queen stepping up to get into perfect position to get the 3rd air defense here, pops the ability, and that is the end of it. So now he has 2 Lava Hounds to go ahead and get this last air defense taken care of. I love the choice of deployment on that first Lava Hound. Send it all the way across the base, making sure that it soaks up as many traps as possible. And as you can see, that air defense actually went down before it even got there. So it turned around and stopped right in the middle of those 2 Teslas, providing perfect tanking there, and absolutely just smashed this base. I'm not even sure if he lost a single balloon on this one. Clearly did not lose a Lava Hound, which is slightly problematic because he doesn't have those cleanup troops and the pups. But absolutely plenty of time to get this one done. This was done really, really quickly. So really nice job to our boy Marked. And that is why he is the aerial expert that he is. So great, great raid on that one, Marked. Alright, we'll drop down one spot, check out our boy Finrod. Alright, so Finn going to do this one with a Go Vaho. I am 99% sure this is an internet base. I hit this a couple of wars ago. But as you can see, Finn, he's taking a little bit of a different angle than what I did. So it drops down those golems, Going to get the funnel created with some wizards here, those wall breakers going, get things opened up. Going to allow everything to move in, and as you can see, there is this little moat area here. There are going to be a couple of Teslas and some giant bombs in there. I believe the other two giant bombs are flanking the air defenses that are on the outside of this sort of moat area, but sends in his king here. He's got a jump spell, so as soon as that goes down, all those valkyries are going to make their way in. Unfortunately, didn't get that gold storage taken care of, so the valks are going to have to go out that way first. But everything does end up pathing back in here. They're going to take the jump spell, rip through all 4 of these Teslas, get through the giant bomb, so he does drop a heal spell to keep everything up, is engaging also the enemy heroes here. So his queen going to end up taking out the king. His king took out the enemy queen, and now those valks are going to get into the town hall compartment and start ripping through what is remaining there. Then goes ahead, drops down his hogs, taking a really wide split on them and then flanking them with some heal spells here. So as everything begins to push up towards 12 o'clock, they're all getting healed up here. The valks are going to just have to beat their way through some walls here. Unfortunately, they are kind of landlocked in there. But everything meets up here, sort of this 12 o'clock position with all of these kind of remaining defenses. So as the last one goes down, everything going to sort of flank its way down. Some going to go down towards 9 o'clock. Others going to head down towards 3 o'clock. And he's going to kind of rip through the rest of this base. So we'll go ahead and start to fast forward through this. Obviously going to get this taken out really, really quickly. But I really like this. So nice raid to our boy Finrod, getting it done, bringing it home on this one. So very, very nice job on this pretty common internet style base. So, all right, let's go ahead and we're going to hop down a few spots. Going to do one Town Hall 8. Wanted to highlight our boy Blackyield. Had a 6-star war in this one. Obviously, like I said, last video, a lot of what we see at Town Hall 8 now is just a lot of mass hog rushing. But did want to give Yoda a shout out and a spotlight for his great efforts that he's been putting up in war. Obviously, very important for our Town Hall 8s to be able to step up, get things done. They always do it very, very quickly for us, giving the 9s plenty of either scouts or coming up and hitting Town Hall 9s for 2 stars, which I'm actually hoping to put a video together on shortly on a strategy that we've been using very, very effectively to do that. But as you can see here, Yoda getting this dragon and this balloon taken care of using a couple of archers and a poison spell, and then from there, with no possible spots in this base really for a double giant bomb, just going to Asian wall in a huge line of hogs here, and they're just going to target pretty much everything. He's going to drop heal spells on both sides with his 2 groups of hogs that he has here that have been set up. And they're just going to rip through every single defense very, very quickly. He's pretty much ignoring the enemy king there. Absolutely no reason for him to do anything. And then as all of his hogs converge back into the middle of this base on that mortar and archer tower, goes ahead, drops down his last heal spell, keeps all of those hogs healed up really, really nicely. Losing some to spring traps, but it does not matter. He has maybe 20 hogs still left over. And they are just ripping through this base. That you see a couple of giant bombs going off on the outside of this base, obviously not causing any problems. The enemy king, his hogs get on that really quickly. About 20 of them smack him in the face simultaneously. He goes down in an instant, and that is going to be the end of this base. So it's absolutely toast. Has to run over to one corner, but that is it. So just absolutely smash that base to pieces. So great job, Yoda, on your 6-star war and for leading our Town Hall 8s to victory. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. I know it was kind of short. Like I said, running short on time today, but hoping to bring some interesting attacks. Our Town Hall 8 strategy for going up and consistently 2-starring Town Hall 9s and doing really, really nice scout attacks when you're not coordinating with the Town Hall 9 to practice some type of opener. And obviously the next recap video is in the works since that war is just getting ready to end. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, this is Sam. Peace.